So, welcome to My Curly Hair 101. Let's get down to it. So, I wanted to make this tutorial because I have people all the time ask me, how do you do your hair? What do you do to it? What are your secrets? Tell me everything, and it takes like 10 minutes to explain. So I thought, let's make a video, finally. So share this with anyone who has curly hair. I hope that it helps them. Obviously every curly hair is different, but maybe this will give you some tips and tricks to try and figure out yours. I actually had straight hair till I was 12, so I went through some weird processes with my hair, and it's definitely taken a while to figure out how to make it look decent and good. But I figured it out, and I'm pretty happy with how it is, and I've been using this kind of method, I guess, forever at this point. So basically, I made a little list because I knew I'd forget. So first thing, brush your hair before you go in the shower. I use like a wider combed one. I used to use just like a normal hairbrush, but it doesn't really matter. Don't be too aggressive with it because it's curly hair. It rips really easily. It's obviously really knotty. So just to get some of the knots out of the ends and maybe like on top or in the front, I brush part of it through before I get in the shower. And then when I'm in the shower, shampoo it like normal. And when you condition it, I condition it one round, and when I condition it that round, I really pull through all the knots that I have in my hair, because I want to make sure like the next round of my hair being clean is out of those old knots. That way they can make room for more, because it just does that anyways. So really pull through all those knots with conditioner. And then once that's kind of done, like my hair starts to like colonize into little segments. And so I kind of let that I rinse that conditioner, and I kind of let those colonies kind of like come together. And then I just kind of put another layer of conditioner on, and I rinse that out, maybe not completely because I don't want those curls to separate. I want them to stay together. The second thing is towel dry it. Let it sit in a towel for 20-30 minutes, and then do not brush it at this point. All the brushing should be done in the shower. Do not touch those curls. Let them hang out together. Don't take them from each other, because the second you do that, it's just going to frizz out like crazy. The third thing is to pull the hair gel through. You'll see when I do the hair gel in the next clip, basically you want to just kind of pull it through instead of like, I don't know how else you would do it, but you'll see in the video, just pull that the hair gel through. Definitely, I avoid the roots because I don't want my roots to be heavy and weighed down. So on the top, definitely I get the roots and make sure that those guys are so they don't frizz out, because I do touch the top a lot, but for under in there, do not mess with that. Don't put too much gel in there, otherwise it's just going to look flat and it's going to get weighed down. But on the ends and everything, make sure you get that in there too, because that's exposed to all the environment and everything that needs that. So the fourth thing is to dry it. Definitely put some heat on it in regards to a hair dryer. If you don't have time for that, you can let it naturally dry, but it does get more crunchy. The heat really helps like the hair gel from getting too dense and like thick. So make sure that you do put some heat on it if you have the time to. That really does help, and I kind of put that in the video as well. And then the fourth thing is plan when you wash it, or fifth, I guess we're on fifth. Plan when you wash it, because that's going to make all the difference. I don't like to go to bed with a wet head because my hair doesn't dry for like 5 hours. So I really try to plan it when I can do it in the morning before I have school later in the day, or if I have an afternoon before dinner or something like that. Really planning which day you do it. Like I washed mine today, which I'll put it down for you guys. And I probably won't wash it for 4 or 5 more days, and I'll plan that out and make sure like I know what time I can do it, because it does take, a solid hour and a half to make sure it's all good. But yeah, so my sixth secret advice is don't throw away your straightener. I don't straighten my hair very often, but I do use it in regards to sometimes the curls just get crazy. They just do whatever they want, and I'm sure you know what that feels like. And so sometimes the ends of the curls will be kind of like weirdly spiraled or whatever. I put some straightener heat on that. Like I don't pull too hard, but just put some straightener on that, and it'll like calm my little curls down. So if I get like crazy ones in the front or just like a weird end in the back, I'll just like put some straightener onto it just to contain that a little bit. Because every day's different with curls, and you never know what they're gonna do. So as you're gonna see, I'm gonna put some hair gel in it, and then I'm gonna blow dry it, and then I will show you my little trick with my straightener. And some just side advice for doing your hair is basically to buy a gel that is thick. You don't want it to be watery, otherwise it's not going to do anything. Then it's going to really just kind of be crunchy because it's not a good mix, I think. But I've been using a guy's hair gel, and it's awesome. I use it, put some water into it, and like lather it in the hair, and it really does work, and it holds those curls for at least 4 to 5 days. And other girl hair, like I've used some other like brands of girl hair gel, and it just doesn't hold the right way. It doesn't like do it enough. It gets frizzy too fast. It doesn't really contain those like colonies of curls. And so really like looking at the gel texture is important. The other thing is hairspray really is my friend. I utilize hairspray. I found one that smells really good, and I just get my hair wet when it's kind of frizzy, and I just kind of spray those spots like in the morning before school. Like I don't really do much before school or before I go out to work. And so really just taking some water to it and like containing the frizz, and then just hairspraying it up. Or in my ends get really dry, so I'll put some hairspray on them just to keep them all contained, because I really want my hair to last those like 5 days so I don't have to wash it and do this process every day. Cool. So as you can see, I just put some heat on my hair, and right now I don't like to blow dry it fully because it does start to get frizzy. And so like after you blow dry it a little bit, kind of let it sit, and if you can see like frizzes in places, now would be the time to like add some hair gel on top of it. Just because if you do it when it's dry, it really is going to make it really crunchy, and it's going to look really like, it's not going to look like soft and, you know, naturally curly. So if now would be the time to do that. I don't like to blow dry it all at once because it definitely will over frizz it. It'll like over dry it, and then the gel will kind of like, I don't know, like not work, just from experience. So I just blow dry it like a good amount so where it's not like soaked anymore. And then right now it is pretty crunchy. You can't really tell, but it's kind of like stringy and crunchy, which is like what everyone wants to avoid, which, you know, makes sense, doesn't look natural. And that's like why people don't like hair gel. So really really what I do now is basically let it dry for a little bit longer if I have the time to, and then put more heat on it. So kind of just giving it time in between. It's honestly kind of a hassle, but this is why I don't wash my hair every day. That way, one trip, one stop can give me 5 days of good looking hair. So it's kind of worth it. But yeah, so we're just gonna kind of hang out. I'm gonna do some homework, and then in a little bit, I'll probably blow dry it again. And then I'll share a secret with you about shaping my face and how I make my front of my face look good. Because right now it's like super kinky, and these hairs just love to be curly. And so kind of what I do with that. Cool, so now we're back. We're gonna blow dry it some more, and then I'm gonna show you what I do with my front hairs because I don't like how curly they are. So this is kind of like my little secret. So my one secret is, which I think kind of is against keeping your hair curly, but I sometimes, like, these hairs like look pretty good today. Sometimes these hairs just kind of curl in weird ways and it doesn't really like look the way I want it to, and so I take a straightener and I kind of just straighten these hairs right here. And that's mostly because I want it to stand up the right way and I want it to look the right way, and so sometimes it doesn't do that. So taking these like really kinky root curls and just straightening them out is kind of what I do. I'm sure I could avoid doing this, but I like it better. I think it just gives more shape to the face and looks nicer in how I perceive myself, but especially this guy. He gets super curly. Cool. And yeah, you can kind of just like do that to your liking. After straightening it though, it gets kind of dry, so like I will probably hairspray it, which, you know. And then if you have any dead, broken hairs on top like me, you can kind of just spray those guys down. So yeah, so here's pretty much my hair for the day. So we're gonna go to school, and when I come back later, around 4, we will see how it looks. Hey guys, so I'm back from school today, and this is basically my hair. It's pretty almost dry. It's still kind of like, you can feel it's kind of wet and denser still. It's not completely dry. You can still feel like the hair gel's in there. It's kind of heavy. And that's kind of normal for the first day, for sure. Once I sleep on it or if I go to the gym, it really loosens up the hair gel and it really makes it look great. I'll attach onto some photos of my hair tomorrow and maybe the day after. That way you can see how it kind of progresses as the couple days go on. But for the most part, like, this is kind of how my hair goes. It's a little flatter than I like it normally. So I probably will like rub the roots a little bit because I might have put too much hair gel like into the roots or like too up in there. So I definitely will like fluff it up because I love it like nice and big. But other than that, like, this is kind of what we're looking at. And you know, if you have any questions, please feel free to comment on it and message me, and maybe I can help you out with any other kind of advice. Obviously, everyone's curly hair is different, and so this might not work as well for you, or however if you try doing it this way, but it might be a good start or something else to try. I know it's been completely difficult trying to figure out what I could do and what kind of product works for my hair, but just really making sure that you take care of like the way your hair kind of styles and just kind of trying to work with it and see what fits best, but not being afraid to kind of go out there and rock the curls, because I'm a big advocate for it. I kind of love that I got, you know, curly hair at a young age. I did have really awkward stages, but at this point in my life, it's pretty great and I really enjoy it. And I definitely, whenever someone runs into me, I'm like, yeah, wait, let me tell you how to do it. So hopefully this video helps other people, share it with anybody, and yeah, thanks for watching.